Welcome to Driving Immersion. This is the immersive racing experience. Studio 397's Le Mans Ultimate is the best detailed simulation of the World Endurance Championship. You're about to watch the one and only 24 hours of Le Mans in segments. We will be racing in Le Mans Ultimate using as much of its simulation factors to be as close to the racing as possible. We drive from the cockpit using a Fanatec CSL DD Plus wheel and load cell pedal set, without any assists except for what exists in the car. There are collisions and damage, tire wear and fuel use, including virtual energy. Enjoy the sights and sounds under the sun that is only Le Mans. Give us a like and click on subscribe now so that you don't miss out on any of it. Volume up and let's go.
So we are going to put in a little bit more fuel this time around, increasing the fuel ratio to virtual energy from 0.88 to 0.91. And that is, as you see here, we have only 1.4 gallons after the last stint. If we had 2 gallons, we may have been able to go around at least once more. And in that way, we may have been able to go 12 laps. But again, on the last stint, we were just trying to go as fast as we can, which is what we're going to keep on doing right now. It is 12 noon with 4 hours and 30 minutes and 54 seconds left to go. It is now 81 degrees Fahrenheit. No damage to repair. Here we go. So this pit is going to take us only 38 seconds as we are just doing a recharge and fill up. We are also putting a little bit more air in the front tires to see what that will do. They are down to just over 60% wear, in which case we are testing to see how they will do, again with more air. Right now, we are about to be lapped. And that car that you hear, that is the Alpine of the number 36. Wheels on the ground, we are released. Still cold tires, and we struggle just a little bit.
Back on the track with the number 8, and time is critical now. 4 hours and 30 minutes left in the race here at the Circuit de la Sarthe. Once again, sunny out right now, and the temperature is just above 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Very wide on the exit.
So perfect conditions. Another stint where we are going to need to make very good, consistent, and fast laps.
Right now it is questionable if we are going to be able to make it up to Nicolas Lapierre.
And update if you are just joining our 24 Hours of Le Mans series. There are only 2 hypercars left, the number 8 Toyota and the number 36 Alpine. And in the number 8, we have been dominating the race even through the night. Nearly 1 lap ahead of the Alpine.
Tires are definitely warmer now as the temperature for the day has gone up. We're now again up to 80 degrees. Track temperature 97.
And just before sunrise, a couple of really bad accidents with worn tires.
Which is very warm compared to what we've been racing with.
Had put us back very far behind the Alpine, and now we are 1 lap behind. Timing indicates that he is only 16 seconds ahead as we look at him going through the Mulsanne corner, but he is actually 1 full lap ahead.
Get a little bit more brake there.
Approaching the Porsche S's, you can see that we lost about 1.5 seconds since we came out of the pits to the Alpine. And this is the second stint on this set of tires.
So we've got 3 wheels squealing that time around.
And we are having to become very aware of the tires now, as that was the fault that we had to work through. That
Hard tires may be called for.
we lost the lead in this race.
Oh. Poor exit there.
So if you're ever doing an endurance race here at Le Mans Ultimate, you need to mind your tires. They will last more than one stint. Obviously, you could go 2, 3, or even 4 stints on a single set of tires, but it's going to depend on the weather, the track temperature, your driving, of course, and whether or not you are trying to make time on the competition, which is exactly what we're trying to do here. And again, it is sunny. It has certainly gotten warmer since the night, and we do expect that our tires are going to be wearing much faster than they were when we were racing at night. We do have a full set of mediums on at this time, and under heavy load they seem to spike in temperature just very momentarily, but those spikes will make them very, very warm and less grippy.
So fuel savings again out the window, tire savings also out the window. We are not 13 seconds behind Nicolas Lapierre in first place. We are 1 lap.
Coming in through the Mulsanne corner into number 8, having a look back at the track, it is very clear. Again, there are only 2 hypercars left with 4 hours to go, but there are about 8 or 9 LMP2s and about 8 GT3s. So a lot of attrition here at this version of the 24 hours. This is Indianapolis once again, a very slow left-hander down to second gear as we accelerate out. Arnage, a very sharp right-hander. First or second gear, this time first gear.
Need to bring our eyes back a little bit. The front tires are locking up very easy, and they are getting warm. Traffic here.
From the rear view mirror, you can see a couple of GT3s coming into the pits.
There we are, a decent lap.
That time was a 3:37.14.
So we need to get our lapping here to around 3:35. We have been able to do as fast as 3:34 even during the daytime since the sun came up, and we're going to need to go there just to be able to make time. Down to Mulsanne Straight, we are looking at our timing on the lower left of your screen. This is an overlay, and it shows that our last lap was a 3:37. The number 36's last lap was a 3:40. So roughly about 4 seconds difference here. Also shows Oliver Jarvis, the third place car in the race, and he is definitely lapping 10 seconds slower than the hypercar number 8. The second chicane on the Mulsanne Straight.
Save those tires.
So right now we are looking at the difference between the first place car and the second place number 8. You can see here that the number 36 had just gone through the Mulsanne corner. Now the number 8. However, there is 1 lap difference, and this Toyota needs to unlap itself in order to be racing with the number 36. Again, just about 4 hours or so left in the race, so still a lot of time, and anything can still happen. Watching the number 36 through Arnage. And a bad place to get held up there by the number 36. That Mustang that you see, the black and gold one, is the third place GT3. Currently third place in the race. Here is the number 36 Alpine coming in for a pit stop. And right now we can see the time difference there as the number 8 passes him.
36 in the pits.
In the pit lane. Uh-oh, bad place for the Mustang once again. Slowing down the number 8 through turn 3. Watching the number 36 in the pits. Unfortunately, we can't tell what's happening, if there are any tire changes. Obviously, it's on 4 wheels, so this must be the refueling stage. And then you will see it jacked up, and that is probably when they are going to change the tires. So we can anticipate that as we watch him. The number 8 continuing on. And every second that the number 36 here is sitting in the pits, the number 8 is making time. So since the number 8 passed him in the pit lane, he is now unlapped, and we are back to both cars being on the lead lap here at the 24 hours. For the number 8, now just a big task of reducing that time and reducing that full lap. Still looking at the number 36, this would be
Still
the
shows he is in the pits.
tire change portion as he is now off of the wheels. There he is, number 36 released. That was a long stop.
He is out. They're looking at 151, 152.
So that was about a 2-minute stop, just under 2 minutes. A very long stop.
The race is on.
Now a full fueling and full recharge for the number 8 here, for example, is about 41 seconds. If you're going to change tires, it's an additional 12 seconds. So if you take that into account for the number 36 that we're watching here, there must have been some repair being done to the car, as 1 minute and 30 seconds is not going to equate to a simple pit stop. Fortunately for the number 8 here, he is only now 2.11 seconds behind, 2 minutes and 11 seconds behind the number 36. And we are looking at the leaderboard on the upper left here. What we're seeing is actually the replay mode of the stint, and the timing and the leaderboard here is not actually live. However, fortunately it does show the timing difference, which is fantastic, but it does not show the virtual energy. As you see, all of the cars here are 100%. It also includes the cars that are currently out of the race and retired. You can see there the third place car, 119 laps ago retired, and so on. Again, if you are just joining the series, the number 83 Ferrari seemingly crashed out on the second lap here, just before the Dunlap Bridge. A spin after turn 3, and that was it for the number 83.
Complicated. And it was.
8.52% of virtual energy used on the last lap. That has to be the highest so far. We've seen 8.51.
Nice and easy on the throttle. Don't want to spin out those rear tires. And right now we have nearly even temperatures all around.
And this is 4 laps complete of this stint, and everything going well so far for the number 8. Looking at the field here of the LMP2s, this is the 4th place LMP2.
4 laps complete with this stint. Long stop there for the number 36, as you can see in the overlay on the lower left.
This is the 1st place GT3, the number 77 Mustang. He's been in the lead since just before nightfall. The 2nd place car is this BMW. 3rd place, again, that black and gold Mustang. Right now there are no Porsches in the field of GT3s. A couple of Mustangs, 1 BMW, 1 Ferrari, 2 Ferraris, 1 Lexus, and 1 Corvette. There's an Aston Martin on the track. The Ferrari, 5th place. The Lexus in 6th. Back on board with the number 8. Another unfortunate place to get held back. Every second counts now. We must get around him before turn 1. Again, turn 1 very complicated here as your left side is very, very weighted. You can see there that as soon as we apply the brakes, the right side tires are still not weighted and they lock up.
Right front got too hot.
This time around, we were able to keep the car in control and pointed straight.
Not all the weight was on it when we were braking very hard into turn 1. So ended locking up. Need a little pull here from the LMP2.
327 miles per hour down the Mulsanne Straight, coming into the first chicane. If you must be very fast, that would be the place to do it. 207 now behind the number 36. The Mulsanne corner with the number 8. Once again, a clear track. Looking at the timing, 3:36 versus 3:38.
That is the Mulsanne corner.
We do need every second now as we have only 4 hours or so left to catch up. And we need to eliminate this 2 minutes and 7 seconds. The entrance into Indianapolis as we watch the number 8 and make a right turn here, and this is Arnage. Minding the temperatures on the tires, the front ones are just a little bit warmer, and we are going to move our brake bias to the back just a little bit, hoping to reduce the amount of work that they have to do. 3:35 here for the number 8. Very good lap so far.
Go back and wants to go around.
Up and over the curbs at Tetra Rouge. We want to be able to slingshot here onto a very fast portion of the course.
So we were roughly a couple of seconds faster on that last lap.
3:33 there just before we hit the brakes coming into the first chicane. close to a spin out there as we exited the second chicane. The Mulsanne corner once again.
Seconds on that last lap.
Once again, a 3:36 versus a 3:39.
Don't push these tires.
So it's very possible that the number 36 may be trying to conserve here. Throughout the night, he had been doing 11 laps per stint. And right now, as he is going faster, and we are going faster, he may be only getting 10 laps. We are only getting 11 laps. Big sausage curb on the exit of 33 on the right.
7.25.
So a 3:37, a little bit slower, but we had to deal with a lot of traffic on that last lap. Now we are still faster than the 36, who is continuing to go 3:39.
Another 2 seconds on that lap. Even though it was 1 second slow. 1.25 seconds slow. Really pushing these tires now.
So again, doing the math here until the end of the race, we are going to have to get at least 15 seconds on each stint. And that's still very marginal, hoping that if we are getting 15 seconds, that something could still happen to the number 36.
50%.
Otherwise, we're planning for about 5 more stops.
So yeah, we've got to get on the hard tires.
Again, this is the second stint on this set of mediums, and we have been wearing them quite a lot as we are going faster. I believe in their first stint they were worn as much as 40%, so there's 60% life left on one of the front tires and one of the rear tires. And in order to save that extra 12 seconds on each stop, which is basically what we are gaining here for every stint, we may have to go with the hard tires to save on the time spent on changing the tires. And right now we are still very much gauging how these medium tires are doing. They are very grippy and they do exhibit a lot of grip under the current temperatures, about 77 or so. But once they get over 80 or 82, they become very slippery. And as the day will
Major
wear
understeer
on,
there on the exit.
the track temperatures certainly will increase, so we may have to go to a set of hard tires.
Move a little bit more to the brake to the back.
Again, the hard tires will be used to save time in the pits, and we can only use them here when the track temperature is high, because they will not warm up enough to have an adequate grip if the temperatures were the way they were at night. which was around 64 degrees Fahrenheit.
Lap 3:30.
34. Very good lap.
A lot of traffic here through 2 and 3 and under the Dunlap Bridge. We need to get by very quickly. And we can't have any delays exiting out onto the Mulsanne Straight. Again, that is the fast portion of the track where we can make up a lot of time. And we need to get by this LMP2. There we are.
Five seconds on that last lap.
Yes, nearly
We
5
are
seconds on
burning
that last lap.
8.41% virtual energy per lap. And you've got 7.4 gallons of fuel.
Right now we have achieved 3:34 as our fast lap.
Definitely not getting 4 laps out of this. So we will come in again at lap 11. 4 hours left in the race. Got caught looking at the clock. Slower lap this time around. Uh-oh. Did we just shift up too early? Oh, very late here.
Not enough braking there at Indianapolis. And there is a gravel trap on the outside.
This one was going to be a slow lap. Not a good time for the Corvette.
Exiting the Porsche S's as we are driving the hell
Too
out
much
of
of a
the
bite
number
on
8.
that curb, and it almost brought our rear end around. I think this is the lead Mustang once again.
Time 3:30. 8.6.
3:38.
A little bit of a slower lap once again as there is a lot of traffic we're having to drive through right now. There we are. Timing indicates 3:38 to the number 36 is 3:39.
Only 1 second faster.
And that would be his
See that
last
close
lap.
that he's putting his time in? Right behind us? Can't be. That must be just his last lap. Come on, baby, it's held together. Get that temperature back down. So we are starting to be concerned about the tires. They are getting hot. We've lost another 2 and 3%. On each lap. So this is, we are on our 10th lap right now with 9 laps complete. Got 2 laps to go on these tires, should be good enough. But we will have to change out.
Very late braking once again for the number 8 into the second chicane. We are braking just about 120 meters into the entrance. And during the night when we were trying to conserve energy, we were braking as much as 250 meters before the entrance. So again, another indication of the speed that we are trying to achieve here in the number 8 in order to catch up. We are watching the number 36 cross the start-finish line.
Still a decent lap.
His lap was a 340. Our last lap was a 338.
Cost us some for that McLaren GT3.
Clear skies up ahead at the Circuit de la Sarthe. We are approaching turn 32 and turn 33 once again to cross the start-finish line. And another fast lap here. 3:35 for the number 8.
Good lap. Okay, we are due to come in at the end of this lap. Again, 11 laps into the stint, as opposed to 12, but we have been using up a lot of energy. 8.3% virtual energy that time around.
Yes, the other strategy would be to save fuel right now and save the tires so we can go another stint or another lap per stint. But that is the long
Right
gamble.
now we don't have enough fuel to go back around. We are close on virtual energy we could probably save. We are close on fuel. So we're going to have to put more fuel in again.
Yes, once again, in order to conserve energy, fuel, and tires, we are taking a long risk that we need to answer right now. So we are going for speed.
New tires.
And in reducing that time between us and first place Nicolas Lapierre in the 36 Alpine.
We could probably take the risk of going another lap, but again, we're going to take these tires off and put on a new set. New tires left.
And we do have a odd number of tires that are still currently available. We did have to change one of the, actually it was the front left tire in one of the stints that have caused us to crash out.
So we're going to have to make a decision on what to do between medium and hard tires.
And we ended up changing only one tire, as the other ones were about 60 or 70% left. And we actually can continue to do that if for some chance the front tires or the rear tires or any of the tires are getting too worn prematurely in comparison to the other tires.
These mediums are doing the trick, but as the temperature builds on the tarmac, they are wearing a lot more and a lot faster.
We are definitely planning on putting a set of the hard tires on, hoping that we can go longer on them at the next pit stop. The mediums here have done very well, but we do expect that, again, the tarmac temperatures are still going to climb up as it is only noon. And that will allow us to use the hard tires successfully until the end of the race. So that is our strategy for now.
With the race getting closer and closer, the faster we go, there's definitely no need to take the risk of going 4 stints on a set. We're just going to take them off. And get on to a new set. That was a good stint. Several 335s, a couple of 334s. And we are down 136 on Nicholas Lapierre. He just needs another really bad pit stop, and we may be back up to racing with him.
So as a result of the spins during the morning, our only strategy now is speed throughout the race.
So there we are, 42%.
That is going to do it for the 26th segment of this 24 hours race at the Circuit de la Sarthe for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. We thank you for watching this event at Driving Immersion, and remember, for more racing ahead, give us a like and click on subscribe or follow so that you don't miss out on the next race event. We'll see you next time.
And 2 hypercars.